Hi, I'm Sophie. This is like only my second video, so like please bear with. I just thought I'd make a review on what Coach Greg, or like Greg Doucette Anabolic Cookbook. I'm just going to show you the front cover. I hope this is not copyright, but I do have the cookbook right here on my laptop. So it is 100 pages, and the best thing about it is all the recipes are extremely high in protein. First of all, like that's the main thing, is every recipe has a lot of protein in, and it's low calorie dense foods. So if you're on a diet, it makes life easier for you to stick to that, in my opinion. So I think I'm just gonna go over the main like pros and cons of the cookbook, what I found I like about it, girls' perspective as well, because I think the one thing is, like, I'm not sure how many females have actually got the cookbook. Like, I have no idea. I do think in the naming of it being anabolic, women have this like perception that it's gonna make you huge, make you look like Ronnie Coleman, just because you're eating high protein. But I think that's because people aren't educated enough that like a high protein, low calorie dense foods can actually fill you up and keep you satiated. These videos and Greg's cookbook have changed the way I go about like my life in a way. So the way I eat has completely changed because of Greg, because of his advice. The reason why I'm making this as a girl though is to just let people know that this book's for everyone. It's not just for males or people wanting to be a IFBB pro bodybuilder or like Mr. Olympia, you know what I mean? Like, it's for everyone, and it can suit all lifestyles, or you could use it for any sort of goal. So whether you just want to be a bit healthier, or whether you do want to have a high protein diet, or whether you just want to eat like tasty foods that taste sweet but are actually quite low calorie dense. Like, it's not just about high protein foods in here. Like, there's just valuable lessons to learn about how you can substitute certain things to make foods taste a similar way to like a higher calorie version, or just like being smart with your choices. So I do think like if you're a girl and you're on the fence about buying it, just buy it. Like, I think break down that thing in your head that it's just for bodybuilders or it's just for like a certain target audience. No, it's for everyone, I think. So obviously the main issue with a lot of people about buying the book in the first place is the price. $100, like, oh, that is a lot of money, like so overpriced. But in my opinion, from trying it, 100%, not even 100%, 1000% worth the $100. Like, if you're spending money on yourself in any form, the best way to spend money on something is to invest in yourself, and this is definitely an investment into yourself, because you're literally investing in your health and your fitness. Why wouldn't you want to spend that money instead of spending the $100 on like something that's wasteful or materialistic? Just get the cookbook instead, because you'll be way happier for a long amount of time, achieving more progress, you know. So definitely think, yes, $100 is a lot of money, but it could easily be way more expensive. And I think if you are looking into getting coaching from Greg, that is too expensive, or you can't afford coaching from Greg, because I personally can't afford like the thousands that you pay for Greg's coaching. But I got the cookbook, you watch the videos, you basically make do with that. Like, if you've got the cookbook and if you watch the videos, you will learn so much, and it'll be way better than just not getting it at all. Because I've definitely seen, since watching Greg's videos, I started watching him in about, say, December time, I've definitely had the most progress because I've increased my knowledge on the subjects. Like, I feel like the videos he puts out are really useful in sort of flattening misconceptions in the fitness industry, because I do feel like if you follow a lot of like influencers, fitness influencers in general, completely misinformed people, and by listening to that you then get a false view of how you should be training, how you should be eating, or like what is ideal. And I definitely think the cookbook is great, because for me, my main goal is fat loss. Not found it difficult whatsoever to be in a calorie deficit due to this cookbook. So the cookbook has a range of options. There's 100 recipes, literally, like there's so much to choose from, and there's so many sweet things as well, so it doesn't feel like you're on a diet as such. So like you never feel like you're being deprived of like sweet foods or like your favourite sweet cravings. That's one of my favourite things, is the chocolate lava cake. Like if you're craving something sweet, rather than going to buy like the high calorie dense option, yeah, it might taste a little bit nicer. You can have like a protein packed like Anabolic Kitchen one if you make it from Greg's book, and it won't harm your diet necessarily, or it won't mean a massive cheat or a setback. So you can stay on track more easily with this cookbook, which is what I think is the most beneficial thing, is that it's sustainable and maintainable, and you can use it in like all walks of life, because you can adapt the recipes to suit where you live in the world. So there's a few ingredients in some recipes that I can't find in the UK, but you just change it around to what you think is best. But you do have to take that into account in your, like, if you're calculating calories and things. If you're tracking, don't just go off what the book says. Use your own individual circumstances and like ingredients to fully track. The point is, lots of the recipes you can make in bulk. You can make a lot at once, and then if you want, that's great for meal prepping. Like so many are great for meal prepping. So if you're rushed for time, there's no excuse. You just meal prep it, or like you make a big batch and then like sort of put it in the freezer. Some can't be frozen, I must admit, but freezer or fridge, and then you can probably last you a few more days, which is really good if you're on like a busy schedule, to be honest. Like everything in there is so like nice as well, really tasty, and you feel full and like satiated, and you have no problem whatsoever trying to meet your protein goal. Like if you have like a goal of 1 gram per pound of body weight, like I easily go over that amount, but that's because I do weigh like 125 pounds, so it's not exactly hard to get that much protein, you know what I mean? But like I do find it's very high protein meals which can leave you feeling really full, and then you don't want to eat or cheat on your diet because you don't feel like eating, because your belly's like out here, which is great because that's what you want. You want to feel full and satiated, but also still being healthy and like in a calorie deficit. And I'm not, this isn't like me selling it to get like go clout chasing, but just buy it. Honestly, it's so good, and I don't regret the purchase whatsoever. And I used my first paycheck from my job. First thing I did was buy the cookbook, and I've never looked back. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram as well. I have two, so I have like a normal one, which is like my personal Instagram, but I also have like a fitness related one, sort of document my progress, because I am on like trying to get into fitness a bit more. Feel free to follow me on that if you're interested, and yeah, hope everyone has a lovely day. Goodbye. Oh, my cat's meowing in the back.